Ibrahim Traore, the interim president of Burkina Faso since a coup in September 2022, is seen as a threat by certain global powers and regional elites for several key reasons, largely tied to his anti-imperialist stance. Military sovereignty and strategic alliances. Here's a breakdown. 1. Challenge to French and Western influence. Expelling French troops, Traore ended military cooperation with France, a former colonial power still influential in the region. Closing French military bases and criticizing Western neocolonialism have made him unpopular with France and allies, relying on strategic control over West Africa. 2. Pivot toward Russia and non-Western alliances. Traore has strengthened ties with Russia, including military cooperation and economic negotiations, which Western analysts interpret as a shift in global alignment. He's engaged with BRICS-aligned actors and promoted multipolarity, undermining traditional Western geopolitical dominance in the Sahel. 3. Support for Pan-Africanism and anti-elite movements. Traore's rhetoric and policies promote Pan-African unity, youth empowerment, and popular sovereignty. He is inspiring a wave of African nationalist sentiment, threatening to destabilize elite-controlled, pro-Western governments in neighboring countries. 4. Security autonomy and rejection of foreign military dependency. He seeks self-reliant security structures, relying more on national forces and civilian auxiliaries instead of foreign troops. The Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland, VDP, are a grassroots militia movement under Traore's leadership, challenging the Western model of outsourced counterterrorism. 5. Ideological influence across the Sahel. Traore, like leaders in Mali and Niger, represents a Sahelian resistance bloc that wants full control over their resources, policies, and borders. His anti-globalist, anti-elite, and resource nationalist stance is gaining ground, making him a symbolic and practical threat to Western-backed economic structures in Africa. 6. Resource sovereignty. He has signaled intentions to renegotiate mining contracts, particularly gold and uranium, to benefit the Burkinabe people rather than foreign corporations. This alarms multinational companies and the governments that protect their interests. 7. Youth mobilization and political disruption. Traore enjoys widespread support from young people, many of whom see him as a revolutionary figure in the mold of Thomas Sankara. His popularity among the disenfranchised could fuel uprisings against entrenched regimes across West Africa, thus threatening regional stability as defined by global powers. Ibrahim Traore is a threat to the existing geopolitical and economic order, not because he promotes violence or instability, but because he represents a new model of leadership